Sushant,
Yeah, Rakesh.
I guess the meeting is being recorded, right?
Yeah, it started. Like,
Yeah,
don't start now. Like, start from 10, right? That
it's
will be good.
automatically took actually. I didn't do anything.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Recording in progress.
ఇక్కడ నుంచి నా వాయిస్ ఓకేనా? హెడ్ ఫోన్స్ పెట్టనా?
It's fine. It's fine.
ఫైన్.
Yeah.
Good morning, all. Thank you for turning up, being part of a celebration. Hi, Sanjana. You're there?
Hey,
Sanjana?
Supragna, how are you doing?
Good, everything good. Only one thing is bothering me. I can't get out and meet my friends. And seriously, it's been 3 months we met.
Yeah, even I miss catching up with my friends, but considering the situations outside, it's safe to stay home.
Yeah, you're right. Things are getting tough, but let's be optimistic and see the brighter side. And even 18 plus are getting their vaccines registered and getting their shots. So hope everything turns well and one day everything will be an end.
Yes, let's hope for the best and hope all you registered yourself in the vaccination drive. So drop a thumbs up if you have got yourself registered for the vaccine.
No one got registered. No thumbs ups getting. Get registered, guys. It's very important to get vaccine now because that's the only thing we can rely on. So now let us get a sneak peek into our social activities. Well, that's about our social activities. A very delightful morning to respected guests, audience, and my dear end users. Myself, Ravi Supragna.
I'm Sanjana. We warmly welcome you to the first annual convocation of INDUCE-Together to explore.
Knowledge comes, but the wisdom rangers is the motto we strongly believe in. We at INUSE strive towards bridging the gap between knowledge and practical learning. We believe that wisdom is the biggest gift that we can give to the society, which the developments taking place.
With the developments taking place in leaps and bounds, there arises a need for the young minds that has the ability to create new innovations and have the zeal to tackle the various problems faced by the society. We are highly passionate. We are highly passionate learners who work in different departments to offer the best experience of quality learning to the students. छात्रों को सही सहायता और मार्गदर्शन प्रदान करने के लिए हमने सूक्ष्म, लघु और मध्यम उद्यम मंत्रालय के तहत सफलतापूर्वक पंजीकरण किया है। हम विभिन्न पृष्ठभूमि के छात्रों को ज्ञान विकसित करने, उनके रुचि के क्षेत्र का पता लगाने और वास्तविकता में अपने ज्ञान को लागू करने का अवसर प्रदान करते हैं। आइडिया पिचिंग, एसे राइटिंग, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम, इंटर्नशिप, ऐसे कई कार्यक्रम जो हम आयोजित करते हैं, वे छात्रों को प्रौद्योगिकी के नए क्षितिज का पता लगाने और उनमें सर्वश्रेष्ठ लाने में मदद करते हैं।
ఒక వ్యక్తిలో సమస్య పరిష్కారం, విశ్లేషణాత్మక, సంభాషణాత్మక మరియు సృజనాత్మక నైపుణ్యాలను పెంపొందించడం ద్వారా అన్ని రంగాలలో అభివృద్ధిని అందించాలనేదే మా లక్ష్యం. ఆధునిక యుగం యొక్క సవాళ్లను ఎదుర్కోవడానికి అవసరమైన జ్ఞానం మరియు సామర్థ్యాలను వెలికి తీయడానికి దృష్టి పెట్టే విధంగా ఇండ్యూస్ పనిచేస్తుంది. నిపుణుల నైపుణ్యంతో వారి మార్గదర్శకత్వంలో ప్రాజెక్టులు మరియు ఇంటర్న్షిప్లలో విద్యార్థులకు సహాయం చేస్తుంది. ఇండ్యూస్ విద్యార్థులందరం ఒక కుటుంబంగా కలిసి ప్రపంచ భావజాలాన్ని మార్చడానికి కృషి చేస్తున్నాం. మా కుటుంబం రోజు రోజుకి విస్తరించడంతో సమాజానికి ప్రయోజనం చేకూర్చాలనే దిశలో ఇండ్యూస్ కొనసాగుతుంది.
Now we welcome our honorable chief guest, Deepthi Raula Garu, CEO of VIAP, Government of Telangana, Sailesh Reddy Garu, CEO of SoftNet, TSAT Network, Government of Telangana, Mona Kavle Dimare Garu, founder of Bumchick Baby, Hemant Srivastava, CEO of Social Charge, and the team of Induce, Sairaj Ramdini, Rakesh Kumar Chena, Sushant Mamidoju, Banu Prakash Kyatam, K. Murali Krishna. Now, along with the chief guest and the other dignitaries, we move on to the digital lightning of lamp.
Every occasion, along with the preparations, need blessings from God. Let us start our auspicious event with a prayer song. Now I welcome Ruhi to sing a prayer song.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणाधीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भानुचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भानुचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानो सुखमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्र परित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डखण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणाधीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भानुचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rui, for starting the program with such a devotional note with your lovely voice.
An anniversary is the best occasion to recall all the memories and achievements of the year spent. I request Sairaj Ramdeni, CEO of INDUCE, to take the privilege to address the annual report of INDUCE.
Thank you, Supragna. Please confirm whether my voice is audible or not.
You are audible, Sairaj.
Thank you so much, Supragna. Good morning, one and all. I hope all you are staying safe and healthy with your family and maintaining COVID protocols. By listening this, obviously you'll be thinking before starting any meet or any guest lecture, everyone will be telling the same. Because this is the primary thing to be done in order to stay safe. Because जिंदगी में अगर हम बचेंगे तो कुछ करेंगे. If we are alive on the earth, then we can do something. Without us, there is nothing, zero. So maintaining COVID protocols is not only helpful to us, it's also helpful to the society in order to break the chain of the virus. Respected Chief Guest Deepti Ravala Madam, CEO, VHub, Sailesh Reddy Sir, CEO, Softnet TSAT Network, Hemant Srivastava Sir, Founder and CEO, Social Charge, Mona Kavali Madam, Founder, Bumchick Baby, and all my dear research scholars and colleagues. Being a concerned person from ideations and execution, it's my responsibility to tell the basic aspects of the organization. INDUCE is a student community and organization which explores every aspect of work from dreaming stage to practical stage. The journey of INDUCE started with a small Instagram page and later as an inspiration from the startup ecosystem to Telangana Innovation Yatra supported by TSIC, Telangana State Innovation Cell, VHub and T-Hub made us to convert it as a startup enterprise and registered under MSME, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise. And we have approved with 6 NICs, 6 National Industrial Classification to help the society. We deal to explore in scientific research and development in natural science and engineering, professional science and technical activities. INDUCE created an impact in the society with its works and strategy and many more. INDUCE created a respectful place in education and innovation field. The collaborative environment made us to help the development activities. We hosted our first event, Milestone, an essay competition to explore the reality of education in invention and innovation. We have received 250 plus registrations internationally, and the best explorations have been awarded with CRAFT program, that is Computational Research and Fellowship Program, which was supported by Publisutra and TSIC, Telangana State Innovation Cell. CRAFT helped rural innovators to make a base to their ideations. And later, we have come across with many student development activities and provided basic mentorship, internships, and moreover with good knowledge. And INDUCE have introduced its own constitution to set up standard rules in the organization. And the biggest success of INDUCE is R&D, that is Research and Development Program, a platform for students to challenge their mind from theoretical to practical, raising towards realistic ideas, making them for social cause. And in the R&D program, research scholars have come up with ideations in health, automobile, agriculture, and water technology problem statements. They have been mentored with various industrial ecosystem partners like Mona Kavali, founder and CEO at Bumchick Baby, Ramji Pallela, COO at Atal Incubation, Maitri Madam from Startone Labs, Durga Prasad Sir, CEO of Gram Bazaar, and many more experienced persons. And this created a strong base to create their ideations into real-time products. And the research scholars have been trained research paper writing by Malala Sai Prashant, blockchain developer in Tech Mahindra and SAC section of IEEE. And at the end of the final research month, research scholars' ideations have been mentored for 4 weeks by SocioChat that created new modification and perfect fit for the real-time product. And finally, all 4 ideations have been approved for early stage incubation by Impact Lab SocioCharge. And finally, whatever the work we do, we create a strong base to it. We maintain a standard to it because as we are the students, we know the problems where a student lacks. And whatever the activities we are doing, we make leading the student in order to minimize the lagging. At present, we are not in a stage to provide employment to others, but we are in a stage to provide stipends to people who are working in INDUCE in exploring and learning the knowledge. And this was the entire annual report of 2020 and 21 tenure. And I need to share my own experience in the role of execution and ideation. So while we have worked with 300 plus people in various events and various competitions, people have been saying that if these kind of things are having earlier to us, then it will be more useful to us. And we will make some kind of wonderful things rather than this. If these kind of things are early, coming early to them. But we have thought like we have done a survey what actually made us to made these things delay. So ఓపెన్ గా లైక్ నేను ఈ విషయాన్ని తెలుగులో చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నా బికాజ్ కొన్ని వాక్యాలు తెలుగులో చెప్తేనే అవి మనసుకు తాకుతాయి అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ బి అండర్స్టాండబుల్. సో ఒక పేరెంట్ కానీ ఒక పిల్లవాళ్ళ పేరెంట్ కానీ లేకపోతే ఒక తల్లిదండ్రి కానీ లేకపోతే వెల్ విషర్ కానీ ఎవరైనా ఒక పిల్లలకి చెప్పాల్సిన బాధ్యత ఏంటంటే లైక్ దే యూస్ టు టెల్ అరే మంచి చదువుకో మంచి పొజిషన్ లో ఉంటావు, యూ విల్ బి ఇన్ అ గుడ్ పొజిషన్, రీడ్ వెల్, ఓకేనా, మంచి జాబ్ వస్తుంది, యూ విల్ బి సెటిల్డ్ ఇన్ సమ్ గవర్నమెంట్ సెక్టార్ ఆర్ ప్రైవేట్ సెక్టార్, ఓకే, రీడ్ వెల్. ఎవ్రీ పేరెంట్ అండ్ వెల్ విషర్ యూస్ టు టెల్ ద సేమ్ థింగ్స్, but no parent will tell or no well-wisher will tell the student do your job perfectly, make your things perfectly, whatever the things you are doing make it perfectly. Because of this reason there is a lot of imbalance in the society, and a student must be a free bird. It's not like making interest of others. వాడేదో చేస్తున్నాడు కదా నేనేమో చేయడం, వాడేదో కోర్స్ చేస్తున్నాడు కదా నేనేమో చేయడం, that is not the thing. We need to create our own interest, okay, we need to create our own interest and we should move accordingly, okay. And here if a student thinks like he need to move based on his interest, and if a parent suggests or if a well-wisher suggests a student, whatever you do, be the best, make wonders in it, make social cause, create your own voice to your own tone. నీ గొంతుకు ఒక వాయిస్ ని ఏర్పరచుకో, ఓకే, నువ్వు చేసేది ప్రతి ఒక్కటి కొత్తగా చెయ్యి, ఓకేనా. ఇట్లా ప్రతి ఒక్క పేరెంట్ ఒక స్టూడెంట్ కి సపోర్ట్ చేస్తే ఆర్ వెల్ విషర్ సపోర్ట్ చేస్తే then all students are nothing but future Abdul Kalams, and I am proud to tell my organization is building future Abdul Kalams. And by this I am handovering my mic to Sanjana, and I thank my entire team. INDUCE is not the success of INDUCE is not with a single person or a single member, it's the success of all 40 plus people who are here. I thank everyone for supporting us, and I thank chief guests who have attended this inauguration. I thank you so much. Thank you, Supra. Thank you, Sanjana. Please proceed.
Sanjana, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Sairaj.
That was an amazing journey with a lot of achievements. Now I request Rakesh Kumar Channa, CMO of INDUCE, to throw light on his journey in INDUCE.
Yeah, thank you, Sanjana, for giving this. Namaskar, firstly. Very good morning to all the dignitaries present over here, and to my colleague founders, and to my INDUCE people, and to my lovely audience too. किसी विचार का मूल्य उसके उपयोग में निहित है. This quote states that whenever an item comes into use, it has its unless it comes into the market. Well, with the same strategy, we moved on. Success is a combination of a desire and a passion. And with that being said, INDUCE has created among all students this value and have implemented in their life too, to perform excellently in their respective streams, to be precise. I firstly express my heartless gratitude towards my colleague founders for their support and efforts to develop the organization from the beginning. With the same grit and determination, I, with my family, would like to develop this organization in a much better way. We would like to make the process of registration or recruitment process more user-friendly than the present. Our ultimate aim basically stands at the one, like making a practical world out of this routine what's going on projects. So I can assure like a part of it has been achieved in this past 1 year. So we have decided to provide a basic stipend to all the research scholars if financial aspect is perfectly set. We want to make sure that our activities, what we make on social handles or any events, whatever we inaugurate or we establish, see that it makes an impact on the nation development as well. And it will be a scope for the national development too, and show our country a new dimensions where maybe in terms of innovation, marketing, maybe designing, maybe whatever the field we take, we want to show newer dimensions to the world, especially. Like ఇప్పుడు మనం చూసుకున్నట్టయితే లైక్ ఆంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్స్ అనేది ఇప్పుడు చాలా పొజిషన్ అనేది వచ్చింది. లైక్ ఐ పర్సనలీ ఫీల్ ఇప్పుడు మనం చూసినట్టు మన తెలంగాణలోనైనా లైక్ ఇప్పుడు వి హబ్ టీ హబ్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసిండ్రు. లైక్ ఇది ఆంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్స్‌కి ఒక దారిలాగా కనిపించింది నిజం చెప్పాలంటే. ఇది ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ కాకముందుకు ఐ కెన్ సే దట్ నో ఆంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్ కెన్ స్టెప్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ద డోర్ అండ్ కమ్ ఫార్వర్డ్. సో యాక్చువల్లీ వి హబ్ అండ్ టీ హబ్ అయినా దే షోడ్ ఎ వెరీ హ్యూజ్ way I can say to the అప్కమింగ్ ఆంటర్ప్రినర్స్ ఇంత ఇవి ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ కాకముందు అసలు ఆంటర్ప్రినర్షిప్ అనేది ఏందో తెలియదు చాలా మందికి. సో ఇది ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ అయినాక లైక్ దే మేడ్ అస్ సీక్వెన్షియల్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్, లైక్ మేబీ ద ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ ఆర్ మేబీ ద థీమ్స్ వాట్ దే బ్రింగ్, దే ఆర్ అట్రాక్టింగ్ మెనీ ఆంటర్ప్రినర్స్ విచ్ మేడ్ దెమ్ టు బిల్డ్ like in field of entrepreneurship. So this is very, I feel very thankful to the first T Hub and B Hub too for encouraging the women entrepreneurs too. Like recently they started a program for a series of programs with collaboration with TSAT. That sounds good actually. Women entrepreneurs అనేది చాలా మంది ఇప్పుడు బయటికి వస్తున్నారు. So we can see that, I can say proudly, we can inbuilt like those type of strategies in the women too. సో లైక్ మేడం, లైక్ మేము ఎప్పుడు కోరుకునేది ఒకటే, మీరు ఇలాంటి ప్రోత్సాహం మాకు ఎప్పుడు ఇస్తూ ఉంటారని మేము ఎప్పుడు కోరుకుంటూ ఉంటున్నాం, లైక్ వీ హబ్ అయినా టీ హబ్ ద్వారానైనా. సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇది వచ్చిందంటే లైక్ వీ కెన్ సే ఏ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్, లైక్ విచ్ షోడ్ అ way of success for us to start this startup basically. So I would like to add on one more point to my note. This is like our strategies what we made to collaborate or sponsor with the other institutes or other academies or other organizations. Like we make it simple and we get sponsors in a good way. Like we make it a simple, like meet, collaborate, gain. We follow these simple strategies to gain up the collaboration. We use our communication skills well and make up the collaboration in a better way. This makes us very unique, I can say. And I would like to like put on one suggestion from my side. Like మనం రోజు కొత్త కోర్సులు, ఎన్నెన్నో వందల కోర్సులు, 50 కోర్సులు పక్కా నేర్చుకుంటాం ఇప్పుడు లాక్డౌన్ కాబట్టి. సో ఇప్పుడు నేర్చుకున్నప్పుడు లైక్ అవి ఎంతవరకు మనం ప్రాక్టికాలిటీలో ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తున్నాం అనేది, అది వీ నీడ్ టు లుక్ ఇంటూ ఇట్. Like 100 courses, 100 coachings we will taking for sure, but how far you are bringing that into practical world? Maybe a CAD designing, maybe a Photoshop, maybe a PowerPoint presentation, or which can be brought higher. You take that particular concept what you learn on the day and implement that for sure on that particular day, and try proceedingly the every day. So lastly, I would like to thank you all for coming together to attend this ceremony and adding more grace to it. Like and by hatao, tika dalwao, corona se surakshit ho jao. Get yourself vaccinated as per your turn. Thank you. Dhanyawad. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Rakesh. It shows how determined you all worked for Induce, and your strategies for marketing are so unique. Now I request Sushant Mamidoju, CDO of Induce, to share his experience of Induce.
Okay, thank you, Suprajna. So first of all, I'm very thankful to all the guests for accepting our request and coming here. Your arrival really motivated us more and more. So I'm really grateful for my team. Yeah, like without them, nothing could be possible right now. Starting from a team of 5, a team of 30 members. Rather than saying a team, I can say a family members of 30 members. So first of all, I congratulate all my family members for this great success. So coming to the point, it was been found that entrepreneurship is going to be one of the major, and people will be engaging in the next coming years in it. You know why? Because there is a need to solve a problem. Yeah, problem everywhere around you. So there is a need to solve them. Yes, it is correct that we are only creating the problems, but it's also equally important that we need to solve them. So it is very important that we need to recognize such ideas from the students. So and it's also equally important that it should be creative, innovative, and technically possible, such that it will be acceptable by every person. So Induce, I would say that Induce will be standing in front first to encourage such kind of students in the coming years, to encourage such ideas and to build them into a real world. And coming to one thing, like I'm a practical learner. అంటే నాకు ప్రాక్టికల్ నేర్చుకోకపోతే అంత లైక్ అది అర్థం కాకపోతే లైక్ ఐ విల్ దాన్ని డిగ్ చేసేదాకా నేను వదిలిపెట్టాను. దాని అంటే ఏమంటున్నానంటే, ఇంజనీరింగ్ అనేది లైక్ ఏదో ఎగ్జామ్ రాసి పాస్ అయిన వల్ల కాకుండా లైక్ ప్రాక్టికల్ గా మనం అప్లై చేయగలగాలి. సింపుల్ గా చెప్పాలంటే, కన్సిడర్ యు ఆర్ ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఇంజనీర్. లైక్ మీరు చదువుతున్నారు ఓకే, బట్ మీ ఇంట్లో ఒక ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చిందనుకో, అది మీరు సాల్వ్ చేయగలరనుకో, మీరు రియల్ ఇంజనీర్ లాగా. సిమిలర్ విత్ అదర్ బ్రాంచెస్ కూడా. సో ఐ వుడ్ సే దట్ Induce అనేది what we apply and believe చేస్తుంది, not what we study. So I would say that in the coming years, coming days, Induce will stand in front for such kind of students and encourage them for bright future, and will bring great engineers. And coming to my role, designing. To be in simple, I will just conclude with one word, that whatever you are interested in, just go and flow with it. No matter whatever happen. Just do it. It's because you are interested in. Don't look into its benefits. You know what? Yeah, long-term benefits are required, but don't look into everything like that. So just go on with the flow, and no matter what others say or failures will come, just accept and go on. This is what I suggest to the younger generations or my colleagues or whatever it might be. So I thank you everyone for attending here for your valuable time. Thank you. Subrahmanyam.
Yeah, thank you, Sushant. That was a wonderful experience, and also keep following your passion. Now I request Banu Prakash, CAO of Induce, to speak a few words on Induce.
Yeah, thank you, Sanjana. Good morning, respected dignitaries, honorable guests, and all my dear friends. Firstly, I would like to share my views on three major events we have done with that led towards three E's: enlighten, enhance, encourage. Stree Parchay is an event led to enlighten women. Innovate India is the event enhanced new ideas for welfare of nation. And finally, R&D is the event led to encourage students to build perfection in ideologies. Besides, I would like to share my experience with a short story. It's the story of two students, horse and donkey. Horse is good at speed calculations, just like he is good at speed at running. And donkey is good at solving tough problems, just like he is strong in lifting weights. Yet, horse struggles to finish the project in time, and donkey struggles to finish the project in time, even he's strong in solving tough problems. Finally, they unite to finish the project in time, named induction motor. Do you know how? Because it's horse improves horsepower and donkey improves load bearing power. That's why the moral of the story here is neither horse talent is great nor donkeys. Being united to give the best output is the greatest thing. So person who is with less talent is not less, and person with great talent is not great. The combined efforts in improving ourselves and giving best output is the greatest thing which Induce believes. So here the moral is unity is strength. And I would like to conclude with one more point, that even after reaching great heights, give a chance for women who are struggling for success. So unite to stop the spread of COVID. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Bhanu. That was very amazing. And your story of the donkey and horse bringing out an induction motor is really great. I mean, very thoughtful. And definitely all of us are either the donkey or horses here. So let us all work together as a team and bring out a very good projects out. Now I request Murli Krishna, CEO of Induce, to give a glance about his journey.
Good morning, all. It's been a year with Induce and feels like yesterday. First of all, I thank you to all honorable guests here. I want to talk about three major things which you have doubt about it. The first thing is why we named it as a team Induce. And the second thing is why this startup. And the third thing is the finance in Induce. Coming to the first point, why we named it as a team Induce. In the beginning, we have an habit of sharing knowledge, ideas, and work together and make them to share. And we thought that why can't we share to all and make them to share in a similar fashion like a chain process. Our process is matched with an electrical principle called mutual induction. In this principle, we supply power supply to a coil which is connected to electricity. And when we place another coil near to it, it develops electricity in it. Similarly, if we place another coil, it also develops electricity in it. So here, initially, there is only electricity in only one coil. But by this principle, we can develop electricity in many coils. So we are inspired by this principle. So this is the principle is applied here. Here we are making everyone more knowledgeable, creative by teamwork. So we named it as a team Induce by the motto of together to explore. And the second point is why this startup. As you all know that many people are making some amazing things like organic products, chemical-free batteries, and many more. Literally, we need this type of products and more to create a better environment for the future generations. As a result, if we fail to discover these ideas or people, as a result, their ideas, talent, and capabilities remain untapped, and the country loses out on wealth creation, economic growth, and employment. Each person has some talent. Some may have talent in ideation, and some may have talent in practical implementation. But we need both to make a productive work or a good product. So Induce is ready to help everyone in every aspect. In Induce, we can learn many things like teamwork, designing, research, and marketing, and many more. And coming to the third point, finance in India. It's important to have a basic resource. Every startup or a company needs resources to handle its expenses and business operations. For every startup or a company, it's important to be financially stable. It's happy to say this. India is now becoming a financially stable day by day, and we are making many collaborations to provide a good ecosystem for the students. So on this occasion, we have taken a decision to give stipend for the students who are working in Indus. Once again, I thank you to honorable guests present here for taking part of this. And I will hand over to Supragna. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mulli. We never knew that there was so much meaning behind the name INDUCE. And also it was such a beautiful journey. We now present the R&D program, which has been the major highlight of the year. The 3-month R&D program brainstormed us in conceptualizing and analyzing many realistic problems around us. Team INDUCE constantly provided motivation to stay focused in many aspects, including the process of enhancing our potential in the research. We learned the root interpretation of the words research and development. Our journey emerged from the month of basic research in exploring numerous problems faced by ourselves and towards the things around us. Team-to-team discussion reinforced our view in analyzing the problem statements. The 3-month R&D program completely helped us in indulging the true sense of research and development. Now, I request Deepti Raula ma'am to release the R&D certificates to the scholars who have successfully completed the R&D program. Ma'am, with your consent, we would move on to the certificate release.
Please do. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations for all the teams. You have done a great work in R&D. No country can ever truly flourish if it stifles the potential of its women. It is the same cause Deepti Ravala Garu has been working towards. Deepti Ravala ma'am is the CEO of WeHub, a government of Telangana initiative for promoting and fostering women empowerment in Telangana and across India. An electronics engineer by profession and passion, she has 15 years of experience working in USA and Palm, in Nokia, and among the other RF communication roles. She joined the government of Telangana as a joint director of electronics in 2016 and has been appointed as CEO of WeHub since inception in 2018. She's a strong, prominent woman in the STEAM, empowerment through economics, enablement, women in leadership roles, and women in decision-making spaces. She's working towards creating a work environment that is gender diverse and on constructing economic independence mechanisms as a tool for women enablement. Now, we request Deepti Ravala Garu to share a few words on this occasion.
Good morning. Hope you're all doing well. And it is really nice to be here today among all of you. So how are you all doing today? I think one of you can.
Good,
All right, perfect. So thank you so much.
And we are so happy you're here.
Oh, thank you. I'm also very happy, and hope you guys are all doing well and all your families are doing well and you guys are all staying safe. So that's good. I hope you're all doing well. So to start off with, it is very interesting because when I first got to know about INDUCE, I was not sure what it was, but it was very nice to see the CFO and the CIO speak about what INDUCE meant. And I didn't realize it was actually the literal meaning of INDUCE. So that was very nice to see. So congratulations on a very nice thought process that you guys have embarked on and the successes that you've been having. So I'm sure that, there was a lot of stories that was being shared about donkeys and horses. I would not go there again. I'm sure you guys are all very well motivated and well intentioned and also well oriented young people. So I'll just share a few thoughts. I guess I will not say thoughts. Let's have a conversation, right? Because um, from what I've heard in the past 10 to 15 minutes, it has been very heartening that you guys are actually participating. You're trying to do a lot of peer-to-peer learning. You're trying to bring each other up, because that is how societies function, isn't it? Societies function when everybody comes together, everybody works together, and most importantly, everybody supports each other. So congratulations on a job well started, because I'm sure there's a long way to go. So let me talk a little bit about, I'll not talk about what are the mantras of success and all that, because personally, I feel success is very subjective. If you're happy at the end of the day, if you feel that you've created an impact in somebody's life, including yours, at the end of the day, that is success, right? And the next thing is that if you're happy that you're doing something which is keeping you engaged for 8 to 10 hours of the day, I think that is success. And third and most important, if you never utter the word bored, you know what, boredom and bored at work or at home, that is success, because that means you're actually living a fulfilling life, right? So end of the day, I think being happy, being fulfilled, and being a contributing member of society is what success is. Material things can come and go, right? Because the fact is, there is no end to material things, because you always want the latest and greatest. You always feel that that guy is doing it, I can do it better. So when you stop comparing and start being happy and trying to see, oh, that guy did it, that is so amazing, what can I learn from him, and how do I do something 2 more steps ahead? Because that is what is being creative. Competition is healthy, but comparison is not. So first rule of life, never compare yourself to anybody, because you're very uniquely you. So if you're learning something from somebody, if you see somebody is doing exceptionally well, your first job should be to understand how they got there. Because a lot of times, overnight successes, we hear a lot, right? You hear a lot about overnight successes. You know how long overnight successes take? They actually take decades. So don't believe in the story of overnight success. Overnight success is a myth. I would like to really drill down on all of you guys that overnight success does not exist. It comes because there is a culmination of a lot of beautiful factors that come together, and most of that factor starts from self. You start with research. You start with being much more researched, much more prepared, much more well-read, much more informed, most importantly, much more contributing. And sixth and most important, much more social, right? So overnight success doesn't exist. Don't compare yourself. Always learn. Second thing I would like to highlight also is that there's a lot of times, right? You feel that, that person has got an opportunity. I wonder how he got there. The person got the opportunity because he pitched for the opportunity. Nobody is going to come hand over an opportunity for you, right? So don't wait on the sidelines thinking that, I'm totally the best person for the job, but if only somebody asked me. I'm totally right person for something, but nobody's asking me to do it. Nobody's going to ever ask you to do anything. If you feel you're right for something, you make sure that you're properly researched, you're properly prepared, and you're asking the right person. And there is a con of it. I get a lot of messages on my LinkedIn saying that I saw that this job opening is there. I think I'm the best person. When can I start? No, that is not the way to go about it. The way to go about it is you show your knowledge in something that you're interested in. You try to make sure that you make your presence felt, like how you guys are actually doing it through your team Induce. I'm sure there's an effort in that direction. Make sure that you're pitching yourself properly for the opportunity, not from a position of I deserve it, but more in terms of I believe I'm the right fit for it, and I think everybody will benefit if I actually do the job. Number 3, and most important, I'm sure a lot of you have a lot of fears in life, right? A lot of you must have a lot of fears. Some people have a fear of public speaking. I think virtual meetings are taking away a lot of that fear because you're looking at a screen, and you can always say there is only one person you're talking to. So first is overcome your fears. I will not say, don't have fears. Fears are good to have, right? When you see your boss or when you see somebody you totally admire, it's okay to have a second of a fear. But the point is, when you have a fear, make sure that you don't say, I'm scared of it and leave it at that. Just go forward and try to overcome them. The reason I tell you this is at 20, if you have about 18 fears, at 60, imagine how many you'll have. And at 80, imagine you'll be a person who has never lived life because you're scared of everything. So make sure that, when your inner critic says, I'm very scared of something, you make sure that, you listen to your inner critic and say, how do I actually overcome this? Because overcoming something is so much more fun than being scared of something. right? And a small example of this is, let's come back to public speaking, right? A lot of people are scared of public speaking. How many of you are scared of public speaking? You can raise your hand or Zoom interactions or whatever else. You are, right? So you know what the best way to do it is? Speak more in public. What is the worst that can happen? You have the mic, the audience doesn't. So make sure that you always go out and overcome your fears, but don't just bore them with like, really bad stuff, but prepare a little bit. So start overcoming your fears. Always listen to your inner critic. Always listen to inner critics. Okay. Number 4, and this is very interesting, and this is a very Indian thing that I've noticed, not just in myself. I will not call it as a women thing. I think it's a very Indian thing. We stay away from conflict, right? When you, I think most of your students, when you have let's say an uncomfortable situation with somebody, when you feel that somebody is being unfair, when you feel that, somebody is not being right, many times what is the first thing that we do? I don't like my boss, I leave my job. I don't like a class, I'll not be interested in the subject. I don't think that group is right for me or they're being unfair to me. I will just not get in the way. I think that's a very bad approach, right? So the first thing when you do when you're in an uncomfortable situation is please sit across the table and talk to the person who's making you uncomfortable. Because 99.9% of the time, it is a difference in perspectives, right? So when you sit across the table from somebody, you just explain where you're coming from and what is it that is really not helping you. And then you try to listen to the other person's point of view as well. Because sitting across the table and understanding where the mismatch is actually solves 99.9% of the problems. And if you do that, I think you'll have much more opportunities to explore. And number 5, I cannot emphasize the importance of research. See, a lot of young people, and please take it with, I say it with a lot of humility, and I'm saying it with a lot of respect. I see there's a lot of young people who have access to so much knowledge, right? The digital world and everything. And one of the good things that it has actually made for a lot of us, among all of us, is that it has made information so much more accessible. At the same time, one thing that we've noticed is that a lot of people do not respect or value the information that is at their fingertips. Just reading something on the internet, feeling that you know everything about a subject because you read about 18 websites doesn't make you an expert. Try to gain on-ground knowledge. What I mean by that is, let's say we have a lot of policy work. I'll give you an example of policy in the government, right? I'm not from government. I'm not at all from government. I'm a very self-respecting Hyderabadi student, just like all of you. The minute I graduated from engineering with 0 backlogs, I immediately took the next flight to America, and then I did my master's. Then I got into an engineering job, and I'm happy to share here. I don't know ABCs of coding. I'm not an IT person. I have no clue what it is. The maximum coding I can do is Perl or Python, because that is what helped me in my job. And the second thing also is that once I did that and I went there, it took me a lot of time to actually understand what is it that I wanted to do. I did not want to become the manager of anything. I always wanted to start from the bottom. I didn't mean as an intern, but I always wanted to be in a role where I could actually learn a lot. Because only when you learn can you lead better, because you understand the pain of everybody who's gone through stuff right before you. So anyway, coming back to the policy aspect, and this is something which is relevant to all of you, because I see a lot of you are active on social, you are putting your opinions out there. And so one thing is that when we started in government, I did not start at the top as the head of anything else at all, right? It took me 2 years to understand and read about 80 to 20 policies before I put my pen to paper to draft a single policy. The reason is, when you make a statement in government, you're not impacting your boss, you're not impacting the celebrities, right? Who are you impacting when you write a policy in the government? Any answers? Who are you impacting? Okay, so
people, ma'am.
Yes, and people who don't even know. Exactly. So when you're making a statement or when you're writing a policy, you're actually not impacting 10 people, you're impacting about lakhs of people who don't even know that you're actually modifying their lives. So be very conscious, be very informed, and most importantly, be very researched. And number 6 and most important is that always make sure that when you are successful, don't shun away from limelight. What I mean by that is, don't push somebody and just try to be in the spotlight all the time, but more in terms of like accept and acknowledge your successes. It is okay, because when you acknowledge your successes, there might be somebody who will actually be motivated by you, right? And don't go off and said that when I start. Yes, Gopi, you have a question? Yeah. So when you do get to a successful position, savor your success, savor your victory, because only when you see how many people are actually enjoying your success with you, you will actually set the next goal for you. So these are a few things that actually work for me. And last and most important thing, failure, right? A lot of people say failure, success, and I'm sure all of you must have heard about it 1,000 times. I will not say that, have a lot of failures in life, no, but I would like to recommend that, a few failures once in a while are a very humbling and humiliating experience, and you always have them. And you all know the answer, right? What does failure mean?
First attempt in learning.
Sorry?
First attempt in learning.
Yes, first attempt in learning, and most importantly, it is your progress report of where you're in life, right? In school and college, you get grades, but in life, you don't. So failures are your measure of how you're actually going towards your goal, right? So always look at failures as I will not say learnings, but as course correction. They are learning and course correction. They're feedback, right? The feedback that the world is throwing at you. So make sure that you're actually taking it forward. And with that, I think there is a lot of things we can talk about, but I don't want to Sunday morning. I don't want to tell you guys that life has to be led this way, XYZ PQR. All I'm going to tell you is that have a lot of fun, read a lot. You're only 20, 25 once or twice, I guess, depends on how you measure your age. But what I meant to say is that have fun, learn a lot, and most importantly, don't try to compare, and always be extremely well researched, right? And now I have to do my product placement, which is VHub, right? How many of you know anything about VHub at all? Okay, you can raise your hand. I can see like 20 of you, I think, on my screen, 25 of you. So let me just very quickly tell you. So in the government of Telangana, we've created a very robust innovation ecosystem. You all must have heard about T-Hub. You all must have heard about, TSAT. Sailesh is here. Hi, Sailesh. You all must have heard about TSIC and so many other things, right? So our premise in government for creating this entire network of innovation ecosystem is quite simple. If you have an idea and if you need support, we are here. And that is what the motto of each and every one of our innovation ecosystem enablers is. If let's say you have an idea and you want to take it forward, you can come to T-Hub or VHub. It really doesn't matter. From idea to prototype, isn't it? You need somebody to handhold you. Let's say you're making a prototype and now it's ready on your CAD, and now you want to actually print it out. You want to actually make a product, a touch and feel product. And I don't mean just engineering, right? It's not just tech. It can be anything. You can then go to T-Works, or you can actually reach out to anybody in an innovation ecosystem and make our first prototype, right? That is what T-Works' job is. Next, you have your prototype, you have your idea properly sorted. You need people to join your team. Then you go to Task, because Task is a amalgamation or a culmination of about 400 colleges, I presume, across the state. So if you want people to join your team, Task is the place for you. You can go there. You can also get a degree in technology entrepreneurship from ISB if you are partnered with Task, right? So that is the third thing. Number 4, let's say you have everything and now you want to actually get your message far and wide. That is where Sailesh is there, TSAT. TSAT will actually make sure that it gives you the right platform to showcase your capabilities and highlight your startup ideas, so that more and more people across the state can be inspired and motivated by you to become an innovator, become an entrepreneur, and make sure that all of you can go from being job seekers to being job creators. So this is briefly what we do in the innovation ecosystem. For any questions whatsoever, I think you guys have my email. So please drop us an email, and wishing all of you a lot of success and a lot of happiness and a lot of good health to overcome the pandemic. And I hope to see most of you becoming entrepreneurs, not just in the word, but actually creating a lot of jobs as well and creating something much more unique. All right. Thank you so much for having me here, and have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am, for such a wonderful speech. It surely inspired us to work even harder and follow our passion. And also, truly, our nation wants this call to empower women.
The journey of INDUCE started with a group of enthusiastic people. INDUCE hold a lot of determined minds with active participation, out of which a few people have shown their excellent performance. Now, as a token of appreciation, we request Sailesh Reddy sir to release the most interactive persons. Sir, with your permission, we want to release most active persons. With your give a word, sir, so we'll release the people.
Yeah,
sir?
Please go ahead. It's my pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for releasing, and congratulations to all the awardees. As we are aware that the pandemic has brought the world to a pause, the students and the education field has been hit majorly. In these tough times, if not for the people like Sailesh Reddy Garu, students' progress would have been hit drastically. Sailesh Reddy Garu is a postgraduate in journalism and mass communications from Usmania University. In the career span of 20 years, he worked with the top-notch news channels like News Time, English Daily, Inadu Television at New Delhi, Zee Entertainment Enterprises Limited, and Zee News Limited. He started the career as a reporter in News Time and gradually progressed to the post of business head at the Zee News Limited. As a business head at Zee News Limited, he was instrumental in the expansion of operations of Zee Group in Telangana. Now we request Sailesh Reddy Garu to share a few words on this occasion.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Team Induce, for inviting me to interact with Team Induce. The young engineering graduates or young want to be entrepreneurs. And after a good motivational speech by my colleague Deepti, I think you all know what challenges you have in front of you and how easy they are to overcome. And in fact, Telangana is a startup state. You guys are all looking for a startups or to do something on your own, to be an entrepreneur or to set up some things on your own and then progress. So in fact, Telangana state is a right state for you. It is a startup state. It is in the hands of the young and dynamic leadership, both politically as well as the administrative wise. Deepti is heading one startup and I'm heading one startup. There are several startups in Telangana that began their operations a few years ago. That's post 2014. In fact, many such startups are today successful ventures. In fact, Task is one of the successful venture. VHub is one of the successful venture. It is one of its kind in the country. It's doing well. In fact, the startup called VHub has been partnering with different states in the country, and it is the torchbearer for the other states also. And TSAT, in fact, is one such startup that is number one in the country now. In fact, you all might have been heard of or might be hearing about Byju's these days because they spend a lot of money on making their presence felt. They sponsor cricket teams, they sponsor movies, they sponsor programs on televisions, and they are everywhere. They have a good back-end team calling up each and every student. In fact, minus all these, TSAT has done a tremendous job during the last 1 year in reaching out to the students, particularly the students in the government education institutions who are less privileged and do not have any learning aid in terms of online education or distance education. We are one such organization that has brought that has taken education closer to them in the times of pandemic. In fact, TSAT has reached out to each and every student in the remotest village or remotest hamlet of the state through satellite television, through wire and wireless modes of transmission. In fact, we have an app called TSAT app. Don't know whether you have downloaded it or you have gone through it. We have a TSAT app. In fact, TSAT app has 1.2 million downloads, which is the highest in its category in the country. Our only competitor are the commercial operations. We are a not-for-profit organization. We don't have our operations for any profits. So our only motive is to serve the people of Telangana, serve the people of the state, and ensure that they don't lag behind just because they are poor or they don't have the technology at their hands. So that is what we exactly do. In fact, Deepti was saying that we showcase the success stories of the young entrepreneurs, the young innovators, in fact, of the TSIC, identified the Telangana State Innovation Center. So we showcase the success stories so that many people who think that we cannot do because we don't have X, we don't Y, we don't have Y, we don't have Z. So many people think that, but the successful innovators that we showcase, in fact, are a very common to each and every one of us. In fact, they don't have anything ready-made for them. They themselves have created the environment so that they can do something innovative and get into the innovation sector. And similarly, entrepreneurs, many entrepreneurs, in fact, Deepthi has brought into light many people who were hidden, whose talent was hidden and who did not have much talent to set up some things on their own, or they were never called entrepreneurs. In fact, their business idea was good, their business idea was excellent. So she has brought into light so many entrepreneurs. In fact, there could be so many people hidden among you also who can be a successful entrepreneur, who can be job creators, who can be an inspiration to the younger generation or the students who are junior to you. Or in fact, sometimes you can be an inspiration to many people who are groping in the dark on what to do and where to go when it comes to setting up an industry or taking the idea forward. So I wish you all a good beginning here. In fact, I congratulate you on the first anniversary, first convocation, and I hope you will have many more convocations to hold in future. I wish you all the best. I wish you to explore the opportunities thrown by the government of Telangana, explore the ways and means that the government of Telangana has created for the young entrepreneurs like you. So there are the government of Telangana, the state of Telangana is there. In fact, we have our young and dynamic minister, Honorable Sri K.T. Ramarao Garu, who is very much passionate about the entrepreneurship or innovation. So I'm sure many of you will be working towards the goal set by him and set for the Telangana to progress. I wish you all the best. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It was really inspiring. And we have to mention you and Deepthi ma'am are the persons who have been encouraging this entrepreneurship into us. So we don't know whether we are going to stand one day as entrepreneurs, but if at all we stand, we're definitely going to mention your names who inspired us to pave this path. Thank you, sir. Your words really helped us to encourage in all the ways. Let us get into our next program. INDUCE aims to encourage everyone and provide opportunities to encourage leadership qualities. On account of our convocation, INDUCE is getting its second board team. Now we request Hemant Srivastava sir to do the honors of releasing the board. Sir, with your permission, we want to release the board.
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations for all the board.
Yeah.
We'll get into the next program.
Yes. With the emerging technologies, young minds come up with a whole new creative ideas, but they fail to bring it into reality due to lack of proper guidance and assistance. There arises a need for a platform which organizes the ideas professionally. One such platform which has been constantly working towards this cause is SocialCharge. SocialCharge is a social enterprise established in 2016 that works primarily in the domain of technology, business and finance, energy and environment, food and nutrition, education and health. It gives a platform where individual users and businesses can build relationships and engage for shared social-oriented purpose. It helps NGOs to open up funding channels, make their efforts and actions create visibility, and enable support for the capacity building.
Great organizations are ideas of masterminds, and the person behind the great platform, SocialCharge, is Mr. Hemant Srivastava Garu, founder and CEO of SocialCharge, who is passionate about technology for good. He firmly believes that the businesses can be the strongest forces to affect positive charge. He is alumnus of IIT Kharagpur and Purdue University, USA. He worked in corporates and startups for about 12 years in various leadership roles before initiating SocialCharge, a global impact network to help solve pressing social and environmental challenges of our time through approach of network. The guidance which you have provided to our team, Induce, and which was a very commendable help, sir. Thank you for giving this guidance through all our R&D program. Now I request Hemant sir to speak a few words on this occasion.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here today. Means most of the times means we keep on interacting with the campus guys, student guys from various campuses across. But I must say this, the kind of way you guys organize the team and org structure, probably beating many big organization, I would say. That's very, very commendable. I really felt that means you guys have pretty much a passion trying to figure out the right structure and trying to solve the problem through your innovation and entrepreneurial action. The way I think I had an interaction with a couple of teams last month. This is unique, probably, and I think you are in the right state also. That my fellow guests have mentioned that Telangana is pretty much up in the innovation and entrepreneurship stuff. So first year, of course, 1 year is not that enough to solve any specific meaningful problem to a meaningful impact. But yeah, somewhere down the line, you have to start with the first step. So I really congratulate to all of you. And I'm very thankful for that you guys kind of asked me to be here to get something more insight, understanding how young minds are thinking. Let me clear this thing. SocialCharge has one specific dedicated vertical called Impact Lab. And for that is basically what we designed is how we can leverage strength of multiple stakeholders. That includes your students, campuses, corporates, investors, leaders from different walks of life in a more cohesive and integrated manner in a kind of network, and very specifically focused on 7 specific areas. That is agriculture, health, food, education, water, climate, and energy. Why we introduced this in SocialCharge? Because what we felt is the two core ways to solve any particular problem. One is, of course, innovation and entrepreneurship. So you think on innovative way of solving a particular problem. And second is the existing setup. Means there's so many businesses and organizations and people are working and communities are buying. And there's so much of purchasing power people have. How if we shift that purchasing power or brand purpose thing into a direction that the solving of those pressing problems becomes easier? So that becomes a second part of SocialCharge. It is I would say it is not for profit. It is not only for profit. So that is how the critical difference we kind of created. The brand part, business part, basically we are fitting on the corrective part. So the businesses which are utilizing various resources to produce something, they have the consumers, they have their followings, how they involve those guys for that particular purpose they stand for and get the more impactful solutions for the pressing problems. Second aspect, the Impact Lab you guys have interacted, that is more on solving the problems through innovation and entrepreneurship. This is how we structured, and then it's a completely network setting. For you guys, I have a couple of things, means I've been hearing all the guys, all the guests also. I have 2-3 things which I would like to share. First of all, the organization level you have done pretty good so far. What we, in terms of our experience or understanding or maybe hypothesis we have come up, there's so many guys in various campuses who are passionate, who want to solve the problems, but they do not get that kind of ecosystem nurturing or maybe direction to what problems they should be kind of heading on, where their core strengths lie, what are their weaknesses, how to solve them. So this is one aspect I think you guys should be focusing to increase your base amongst the many other students. Second is identification of problems, whichever area you choose, basis your passion, basis your regional challenges, or basis your global pressing challenges. It could be in healthcare, it could be in education, it could be in agriculture, it could be in water, it could be in any technology also. The point is that what you are solving, is it aligned to your core passion or purpose somehow? So this is the only way to give the best possible strength or impetus to the idea that you're working in. Third comes on pure business fundamentals. So irrespective of whether you go for not for profit or for profit or whatever mode you want to choose in, your business model or structure has to be soundproof, foolproof. Somehow it has to connect with all those business fundamentals which are needed for any business or any organization to be sustainable. Like you guys, you said that you are kind of heading on maybe financial stability or sustainability aspects. So that is pretty much critical. So whatever mode that you choose to put it up to solve the problem. And last thing is, once you have kind of figured out the model, you have worked something, don't leave it half-heartedly. You just make the end conclusion out of it. Means just put up the product in the market, see the product market fit, how things are behaving, and actually lead the game. So that is how you translate your innovative ideas, your passion into action through some meaningful model, and that actually gets into the tangible outcome which you have anticipated, you have wanted to reach out or maybe make impactful. We can help you in all those aspects in sequence, in sequence to sequence. Point is that are we really clear that yes, this is what we want to do down the line, say post the college, maybe post campus life, or once you take a job and etc etc. So that is how I put it up. And last thing which I would also like to add, basis the organization we interact in the social charge, since most of you guys are in college, right, in campus, so of course job is also kind of important. And there are lot many organizations or maybe individuals who can specifically guide you in particular tech, non-tech stuff which are very relevant for your jobs. They might not be very relevant for your kind of entrepreneurial stuff that you're doing or an idea that you're working in, because that is more of self-search. But for the job aspect, also more of technical or career oriented or maybe job oriented stuff, that also you can introduce in your organization, so that the people who are maybe looking for the jobs, right career, people who are looking for a kind of support in terms of the idea execution, and maybe leading the organization down the line. So both the buckets are connected in this system, and then you expand not only Hyderabad or Telangana, you reach out to other states and other campuses. So we introduced this thing by understanding that not all the campuses, means we have maybe 40,000 higher education institutes, means I don't know, so many engineering or medical kind of colleges and institutions across India. Not all colleges are very much equipped that well to basically nurture those innovative minds or entrepreneurial action in a meaningful direction. And that doesn't require much of physical infrastructural inputs also. So that is how we created the impact lab for the campuses, where all these campuses which are lacking on those minor stuffs, or some very critical but minor stuff, that can be plugged in through the global ecosystem, and so that we don't lose out those ideas or passion that is lying on those campuses. It doesn't need to be always an IITs or IIM. It can be any institute, anywhere, any geography, right? So this is how we placed the campus part, and the rest of the story about the startups and innovation and all those things. There's a critical path that you need to lead in from all these sides, 360 way, to get very deep on particular problem and bring out the best solution, whatever best from your side possibly. So this is how I would like to put it up. So you guys have my connect. So whenever you need any kind of help, yes, we can, and on all those aspects. Otherwise, you are in pretty much in good state in comparison to the north. wherein if you have really some kind of working model thought through, you'll get all kind of support to actually execute. This is how I would like to kind of end. Anything if I need to answer, let me know.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for the support and encouragement you have provided us during the R&D program.
Thank you.
I now would like Rakesh Kumar, CMO of INDUCE, to take the further lead.
Thank you, Sanjana, for this. Well, we are extremely fortunate to have the most passionate and enthusiastic colleagues alongside who stood in laying strong foundations and greater benchmarks in India's journey. We really thank the people who accelerated the initial growth by building, implementing, demonstrating, and supporting to make Indus a better platform. The work by Indus across various departments, especially I want to mention few departments, media, website, is really ordinary and commendable alongside dealing with their own academics. Their interest embodies the values of teamwork, integrity, innovation, passion, and excellent and astounding assistance. Thank you, media and website department, and many more for everything you are doing in the growth of Indus. Thanks for believing the vision, being the curious learners and the great learners in the journey. Many thanks and gratitude for your time, for support in building this strong, innovative ecosystem. Furthermore, trust is the relationship which will be the life-changing experiences, which will make you a better person, both personally and professionally. We are privileged and honored to present as a token of appreciation from Indus to the commendable work. As a token of appreciation, Indus had decided to give each person of rupees 500 to each individual. Now, I request Mona Kavali Dimare ma'am to unveil the winners. Ma'am, with your consent, we shall release the winners.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Congratulations to everyone who have received the award. Truly, you deserve it. Successful communities begin with a healthy surroundings. The environment provided us with a life-sustaining resources, and it's essential to preserve and protect them. Working towards the noble cause, we have Mona Kavle ma'am, who have paved the way to switch from inorganic to organic products. Mona Kavle Garu pursued computer engineering and have also completed MBA in marketing from Pune University. She has 2 experience in working in IT industry. She is a very proud mompreneur and an entrepreneur. She started a startup in 2019 to spread awareness about environment. They are the only manufacturers of organic, reusable, and washable bamboo diapers and have a huge market all over India. Now I request Mona ma'am to share few words on this occasion.
Sure. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Thank you. Thank you to the team of Induce that you guys are doing such a great job. Actually, I'm from Maharashtra and I was not aware about the thing Telangana government is doing. They are supporting entrepreneurs and new startups like this way. So I'm so happy and it's great work the government is doing. And also congratulations to the team and all the winners who got the cash prize and other things. So as being an entrepreneur and mompreneur, I and you guys are new. You have a team. You are doing a very great work. Like being a team of you are a team of 30 students, right? So I think so. So being a team and doing such a wonderful job for 1 or 2 years from last some years you are doing. This is the great thing actually. As you are already students and with your education, learnings you are doing this work also. So this is wonderful job. So I would like to tell you some basic things about the like for becoming successful. Dipti ma'am had already shared the definition of being successful. Like everyone has different definition of the success. So I think even for becoming a successful person in society, we need to follow some things. If so, those things I would like to share with you guys. The first is consistency. Do whatever you want to do, but do it consistently. If you want to see the results, if you want to achieve the success in the particular field or in your life, do the thing consistently. uh, like become a learner. Okay. So the second thing is confident. Always be confident about your ideas, the job you are doing or the about your personality, about yourself. Love yourself. Be confident about yourself, your idea. Never it says when you love yourself, people love you, right? So this is the thing. If you want to become a successful, if you want to make your idea successful, the thing is most important, you should be confident about yourself, your idea, whatever your business, etc. And the third thing is have a vision. You guys already have a vision. The Induce team already have vision, and I would like to tell the newcomers, please always have vision. Without vision, you cannot achieve the small goals, because vision is the uh, vision is the big thing. In simple language, we can say the vision is the big thing. We cannot achieve any vision in overnight. It needs efforts. It needs it needs some time. So it is the efforts, consistent effort, which comes into result, and that is what we call as a vision. So if you have your vision clear, you can set the small goals, and you can achieve those goals to reach to that vision. And the fourth thing is work on a team. Yes, your team, you are already doing great with your team, and I'm just happy to seeing that how like people are working from home, and everyone is doing job from home. And in this pandemic, you guys are you have organized such a great event. So claps for you guys. And I will just suggest you just work on your team, and do the things in team. So this is also the great thing, because we all know that if we go faster, we can reach soon at somewhere. But if we go in team, we go a long way. Okay. So this is the thing. Then be a learner. Always keep your mind open to accept new things, to learn new things, whatever. Whenever you meet to any new guy, just share your knowledge with them. Take his learnings, learn from that person. Even from the 2 years old child, you can learn many things. Being a mompreneur, I can say, we when those that 2 years old baby ask us some things, sometimes we don't have answers for them, but we get to learn so many things. So always keep your mind open to learn new things. And the last one is grab the opportunity. Don't leave any opportunity. Every time when you think, just listen to your heart. If the particular opportunity gives you something or not, but it will always give you learning. Okay, don't think about the things if what will be benefit I will have from that thing. In the end, everything, every situation, every event in your life, every person in your life give you some learnings. So learning is the most important thing in life. We say uh, uh, education has no age. We can learn from anyone, for any, like, anytime. And even we become the old, we can learn. Okay, so in the last I would like to say, when we do the same something, and we afraid of getting failed. Okay, so what we have to do, we have just to tell ourselves that I have not failed, I have learned the most precious thing from this thing, from this event. So just be positive and tell yourself that I have not failed, I learned something. So this is the funda in any field. You, if you want to grow up, if you want to become successful, you can be, and you will be, but with the positive mind and accepting the things and keeping your mind open to learn new things. So these are the some key points which I experienced in my life, in my entrepreneurship journey. So I shared those things with you guys, and I wish all the best and very great success to you all, and have a wonderful career ahead. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for standing beside us and supporting throughout our journey. No journey can be accomplished single-handedly. For all the support and guidance, we thank all our sponsors, Social Charge, Bumchick Baby, VBUT, eMart, Publish Sutra, Vidya, Jagriti Technologies, Engineering Principle, SIA, and Innovation in You. We thank you wholeheartedly for your support.
No matter how much we know, we still need someone to lean on, someone out there to hold us when we fall and to let us stand straight again. We thank all our seniors, Kiraj Prithvi, S.T. Surya, Gabbar Jadhav, Preetika and Mohan, for being right beside us, guiding us and supporting us. Your help means a lot for each and everyone in Induce. We thank you from bottom of our hearts for your immense support. Now I'd like to hand over it to Sushant to take the further lead.
Thank you, Supragna. So, like, I just want to say a few stories about our Induce. Like, once there were two trees, like one with full of branches, flowers, and fruits, and another with only roots. No branches, no fruits, nothing else. And there is also no shade from it. So this would be a perfect example for our Induce. Yeah. Though if I might be the roots of the Induce, without these branches of our member, without their without them, there is no fruitful result of any event, and there is no fragrance for these convocations too. So I just want to say that once a scientist said, if you wanna fight alone with a team, definitely you will lose. This shows that the dedication of a team. This shows the commitment of a team. I would say my team, my Induce family were so dedicated and so committed. This is the reason why we are here. So once again, I congratulate all my family members for this great success. And I will as a member of the team Induce, I would say that this Induce tree will be growing further and reaching many more students, helping them and giving the bright future. So thank you, Supragna.
Thank you, Sushant. That was a very good description of our family. Definitely, I'm glad to be a part of this family. We have come to the end of the program. Before ending, I want to thank all the guests came into the meeting. Deepti Rawla ma'am and Sailesh Reddy sir and Srivastava sir and Mona ma'am. As you all know, it is a very good Sunday and we like to have a good of family time or just chill ourselves. But you have been here in the morning to be part of our journey and celebrate our first annual convocation. and all your speeches were very amazing. I personally had a lot of positive energy after your speeches, right from starting from Deepthi ma'am, the way you encouraged us and the way you changed our thoughts. Few things we really like. Whatever you said were very true. We all have stage fears. We all have this mentality of pushing away someone into the spotlight. But yeah, you're right, ma'am. Like, we have to acknowledge our success sometimes. So I think all your words are really inspiring, and I've observed everything in that. I mean, I hope I'll follow all of them. And not just ma'am, Sailesh Shetty sir have shown the path of how Telangana government is paving our path. I mean, providing youth with good opportunities. And Hemant sir, your whole help in R&D was another level. It was such an amazing support. We all are thankful to you. In all our Induce events, we'll remember you, and we'll have that memory of you with us. And even Mona ma'am, though you're from in some other state, you still joined with us and celebrate our success. And definitely, I personally have noticed this. All you four have talked about opportunities. Like, I'm really glad you all did that. And I think because of this lockdown situations or pandemic, I think opportunities are getting rare and getting down. I think you guys have really awakened us, and we'll definitely try to grab our opportunities, create opportunities. And definitely, like Deepthi ma'am said, no one is going to come and give us a opportunity. It is we have to create. And Mona ma'am said we have to grab the opportunity. And Sailesh Shetty sir, Telangana government is giving an opportunity, and Hemant sir gave a very good description about how to use our opportunity. Thank you for all four of you, and so sweet of you for we are glad to have, and so sweet of you for coming to our and being part of celebration. Now we'll end our event. We successfully came to the end of the event. It was amazing to gather with bold and inspiring chief guests to celebrate our success and recall our beautiful memories of the past year. Congratulations for the past and all the best for the future. Even in this pandemic crisis, you have spared a precious time for Induce. Let us all have many more communications to decorate our success and let our success speak out. We thank all the chief guests for sparing the precious time for Induce. Those situations are getting tough. Remember, we are right beside you to walk together. Follow the government protocols, be aware of surroundings, stay home, stay safe. Before we end, in our audience or the end users, if you have any queries or if you want to tell something, the stage is yours. If you want, just raise your hands, we'll unmute you. Anyone willing to speak? End users?
There's one thing. After this, we will continue those things like interaction. So I would like to thank Vivek Tripathi sir, who is the director of Impact Lab Social Charge, who have mentored the teams of Induce in the last one. So he was one of the guests actually. He was not here due to some other schedule, but we won't forget you, sir. Actually, you made some wonders and created a base to our ideations. We don't forget you. Thank you so much for such both Hemant sir and Vivek sir. Thank you so much. And please proceed.
Okay, Sanjana, you're on mute.
Sorry, yeah. Before we conclude our program, let us end it with paying a tribute to our nation. So, like by playing the national anthem.
आवाज नहीं आ रहा वॉइस
उत्कलगंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Yeah, thank you all for your valuable presence. So yeah, take a good care of yourself, especially in this pandemic situations, and your family and friends. Remember, like, your enjoyment may cost someone's life, so be careful and be aware of your surroundings. Stay home and stay safe.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
So once again, we all have entrepreneur was birth. I mean, today's birthday of an entrepreneur. Mona ma'am, we all wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Even on your birthday, you spared time for us. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
May you celebrate many more birthdays like this and keep inspiring us more.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Confess me.
If anyone is interested to talk something, you can. Maybe community members or outside of the community members, you can start speaking. Because
Guests are still there. Cyrus, guests unnara?
Just I'll check it.
Yeah.
No, they are not.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
No problem. They can interact with us. No problem. Because they have their own schedule. Right? So they need to leave.
No, my confession of messing up the national anthem schedule.
No. No issues with that. That will be happening sometimes. So if people are interested, they can speak with us.
Guys, how was that?
Yeah, actually, it was like you guys have really planned like it is a complete offline one. Because at first, no, when at 10 a.m. I joined, I thought that since it is online, it will be like a partial thing. But later on, if the after half an hour to 40 minutes, I experienced it like I was sitting in an auditorium and the guests are speaking and in front of me, and I'm sitting along with you. So really a good one to plan